winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fighting.
Hey, Cudahy to all my friends and relatives in four directions. This is Robert Pilot of Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake. I'm here to ask you for your support. Finding honest Native-centered news is not easy. But with your support, we're able to provide accurate information about Standing Rock, Line 3, treaty violations, and COVID-19 in our Native communities. Please visit Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon and donate if you can. That's Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon. Pinigigi, and thank you for your support.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Fair fun starts on Metro Transit. Instead of driving, park your car for free and take a stress-free, non-stop, air-conditioned ride straight to the Minnesota State Fair. You'll not only save on gas and parking costs by taking a State Fair Express bus, we'll drop you off and pick you up right outside the gates. Learn more at metrotransit.org/State Fair. That's metrotransit.org/State Fair.
Four Sisters Farmers Market is more than a place to shop for delicious organic food. It's a celebration of Indigenous culture, food sovereignty, and community. Now in its 11th season, the market offers healthy, affordable, culturally appropriate local foods every Thursday from 11 to 3. Located on the American Indian Cultural Corridor off Franklin Avenue, Four Sisters Farmers Market is a project of NAGD. Every Thursday now through October, discover more about Four Sisters Farmers Market by visiting nagd.org. Hey, it's Robert Pilot from Native Roots Radio. The Minnesota State Fair is packed with 12 days of fun with food, rides, animals, shows, and much, much more. And right in the middle of it all, you'll find Indigenous voices making an impact. Seat the common table for lessons in Indigenous food justice. Visit with Native authors and watch drum groups. Plus, stop by the Native Roots Trading Post back at the West End Market. Tickets are just $17 through August 20th at mnstatefair.org.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Cloudy tonight with a low of 68, then Friday rain and storms possible with a high of 78. Spend your summer with some of the hottest musical acts around at Crooners Supper Club in Fridley. Crooners is located just north of I-694 off Highway 65 and Moore Lake Drive. Visit croonersmn.com to view their schedules and food menus.
Portions of Native Roots Radio may be pre-recorded.
It's a good day to be Indigenous.
Get up, stand up.
They are going to become more brutal.
Couldn't cut, hit me cut again.
Because all the hippies were trying to be Indians anyway.
They're going to become more repressive because it's a matter of dollars and their illusionary concepts of power.
Hey, Victor.
We must live in balance with the earth.
And also with recent happenings at Wounded Knee.
I am awake.
Welcome to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Wakanja Hade. Hey, welcome to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Robert Pilot. Hey, we discuss local, national, Native news and events, and it's always good to, unmute yourself. I have a coffee cup that says turn off the mute. But hey, we're live at the State Fair, and as you know, Native issues are human issues, and we're going to have Trickster Tacos on in a little bit here. But first, I want to introduce an old friend of mine, and I didn't want to use the word old, but a great friend of mine. We've known each other for a long time. We've gone through the battles of parent committee on the St. Paul Public Schools, and just seeing what you've been doing for the community all these years and the great family you have, and now your new job. I want you to introduce yourself in a good way, and welcome to Native Roots Radio again. It's been a few years.
Everyone, Jauno Beneshikwe Indigenous Cosmangan Donde. My name is Guadalupe Lopez. I'm an enrolled member of the Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe. I'm also Chicana from Michoacan, Mexico. My relatives are there, and Putupecha Indian from there. I just received and sat in the chair of the office director of the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Relatives Office for the state of Minnesota, and it's a big honor.
It truly is a big honor, and it's great to have you here on the show and talk about this. I have my license plate. It's funny. We were coming into the fair, and the guy goes, "You need to write your license plate number on your pass to get in the fair." And I said, "I know it. It's land back."
Right.
And LANDBK, that's my license, and it's one of our great MMIR license plates. It's, I think, is still number 2 or number 3 in license plates bought in Minnesota.
Right on.
Yeah,
Good. So
there's good monies that are being put directly towards helping people with rewards and everything, and you can talk more about that, but that's, I just am happy to have you on here. Been working at the fair here with my daughter, my Hinu, and I'm fired up on iced tea right now.
Right on. Well, thank you for the Nebish. So, yes, the reward fund just opened not too long ago. And so there is Anna Negretti, who was the interim director that you've had on the show many of times, really took the lead on that while there was that transition was happening for the office. And so I'm in literally week 18 of being in as the office director, and I'm being well welcomed in by the team. We're a small staff of a total of 5 for the whole state.
Huh.
So lots of things have happened since the office has been opened. The reward fund, the advisory council, the reward council, just lots of good work.
Well, let's back up, and I don't want to do This Is Your Life, but This Is Your Life, your experience too, many years with Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition, and I know your daughter really well, and she's worked with them, and what a great organization, and what a lot of great boots on the ground work you have done over the years, you and your family.
Thank you. Yeah, so I started MUSAC back when my hair was black and I didn't have to dye it. And I'm choosing not to dye it because we need to embrace that. So I started there in 2007, and I got to actually work with Nicole Matthews and Christine Davidson and the beautiful Circle Keepers. And then it grew into a national, like, well-known TA entity. They still do tribal coalition work. We started actually the very first report on trafficking and prostitution of Native women, the Garden of Truth, which had a component of missing and murder that we asked our relatives who we were interviewing. And so that was kind of like understanding a little bit more of questions that nobody was asking our people. Nobody was asking our relatives of survival of sex trafficking and prostitution, but also who did, like, the epidemic of missing and murdered.
Yeah, it's really interesting. One of the crazy things that I learned over time, because I had seen things that you've put on and other organizations, was Lake Superior, and how crazy that is that we've had relatives go on these boats and never return.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was, well, so we did
believe that.
We were talking to people in Duluth and Bemidji and then the metro area, asking about their experiences, and they're all different, right? So I think that somebody had shared a report with me, one of the MMIR staff, Taylor Wenzel, she's our intelligence specialist, and it talked about where the high rates of where sex trafficking is happening. And I think some of the numbers might have went down from Superior. They weren't, and I wonder if it's because of all of the the community organizing, the public awareness, and law enforcement and the systems, paying attention to what's happening to people. And so I don't know yet. We're still figuring out, but that was the last report that I got to peek at.
Wow, that's amazing, and that would be a good thing because there has been a lot of information out there that. And then, what did you do after that? Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I didn't see you as much, but every once in a while I'd see you at the Capitol. Oh, wow.
I was always at the Capitol.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. So I became an executive director. I had beautiful mentoring skills from like Eileen Houdon, Nicole Matthews, Sandy Davidson, Bonnie Claremont, like all of these beautiful people who kind of taught me like the advocacy way, right? And how we do it and for our communities. And so it was just time to jump into that. It was one of those things that I was very scared to do, but you do things scared because then it's the right thing to do sometimes, you know what I mean? And then I was the executive director of Violence Free Minnesota, which was the statewide domestic violence coalition. So in Minnesota, we have 6 general crimes coalitions. We have 2 tribal. So we have Mending the Sacred Hoop, Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition. We have MINCASA, which is a state sexual assault coalition. We have Violence Free, domestic violence, the Minnesota Alliance on Crime, and then the Children's Alliance. So we're very fortunate to have that in Minnesota.
I got to ask you a quick question. We're going to take a break here in about a minute and a half, but I've really been talking to a lot of people lately with jobs like yours that are boots on the grounds that see things that maybe shouldn't be seen. What do you do for your mental health?
I drink raspberry tea.
Yeah.
Pilot.
Is there too much caffeine in it? Because
No.
I'm rambling right now.
Honestly, I joined Midday last summer, and so I knew that was the path. In order to be a strong person for my community, I have to be strong in all of the ways. So that also means taking your vacations. When you got vacation days, you better take them. When you're sick, don't take care of your body because your body will shut down if you don't listen to it. So I think being in community and taking good care of yourself.
Well, and there's a spiritual aspect that maybe we can touch on and then get more into, what your job entails and what you look for the future and talk more about that. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio, and I'm with Guadalupe, our old friend here, and my old friend, and also you are the
office director
of
the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Relatives Office for the state of Minnesota.
Right on. That's a mouthful. Thank you very much. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio. We'll be right back. Hey, it's Robert Pilot from Native Roots Radio. Native culture is alive and thriving at the Minnesota State Fair. The Native Roots Trading Post is back at the West End Market where you can support Indigenous artists and makers. And don't miss the Native Pride dancers performing on the Summit stage at the Bazaar August 31st and September 1st. From music and art to food and storytelling, Native culture is everywhere at the State Fair. Tickets are just $17 through August 20th at mnstatefair.org.
Minnesotans age 65 plus might qualify for Health Partners Minnesota Senior Health Options. The easy all-in-one plan includes personal support, coverage for medical, prescription drugs, and dental, plus many extra benefits. Eligibility information is available at healthpartners.com/oneplan. Health Partners is a health plan that contracts with both Medicare and the Minnesota Medical Assistance Medicaid program to provide benefits of both programs to enrollees. Enrollment in Health Partners depends on contract renewal.
Four Sisters Farmers Market is more than a place to shop for delicious organic food. It's a celebration of Indigenous culture, food sovereignty, and community. Now in its 11th season, the market offers healthy, affordable, culturally appropriate local foods every Thursday from 11 to 3. Located on the American Indian Cultural Corridor off Franklin Avenue, Four Sisters Farmers Market is a project of NAGD. Every Thursday now through October, discover more about Four Sisters Farmers Market by visiting nagd.org.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis Air dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis Air on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Hi, I'm Jane Fonda, and you're listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
Hey, I'm here live at the State Fair, and I'm here with my friend Guadalupe. And again, congratulations. And it's interesting how I sometimes I feel like the state doesn't do correct things, but they did by hiring you. And it's amazing. No, and I mean that you're part of the community. You're not somebody from another state. You're known, and it was a pleasant surprise that you got this job.
Yes, it's a very big honor to be able to work with my community and for my community again. Not that I wasn't at Violence Free, but it was such a larger capacity of working with everybody. But I don't take that experience lightly either, because I got to work with so many beautiful people that are doing this work for domestic violence victims and housing and sex trafficking victims. And so I just want to give a shout out to all of my old team from VFMN and all the member programs that supported me as an executive director there.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I kind of would like to know, there hasn't been an executive director for a while. What is your, and again, we got to give, like you did earlier, give Anna a big shout out of all the great work that she's done. And it's funny too, because her name is Rigetti. And the only reason why I know that, to be able to pronounce that, because you probably know me as a non-pronouncer correctly person, is a spaghetti. It's Rigetti. So, hey, so I'm just showing off right now, but she did a great job for the office, and just want to give her a shout out too, as you did.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd love to give a shout out to all the staff that continued the work. The prior director, Juliette Rudy, starting being the very first employee, to Anna and Tani and Naida and Taylor. So it's a small team, but we're tiny, but we're mighty, man. So one of the things that I really want to do with since I started, like today was like day 18, right? And so I'm still getting through orientation. I'm still reading all the stuff, trying to find out what the team has been doing. So while there was the transition, there was a strategic plan done.
Wow.
And so we're going to be reading that as a team and working with the advisory council and making sure one of my favorite parts of this is that community was written in as guidance for this office, which is so important, because a lot of times, we're not asked so I'm happy that it is. And we have a lot of great people on the advisory council.
Yeah. And I think a great first step is the license plates, about bringing money in to help with rewards. Can you talk a little bit about that? I know it's only 18 days you've been there, but it sounds like a really good idea. And I think it came from State Senator Mary Kunish's idea. And she's on the show every Friday normally, and
nice.
Talking about the great things that are very few legislators that are native that are in as legislators that are native. But I was working for my tribe for 4 years in Wisconsin.
Yeah, you were.
And
I remember
there
that.
is no Native American elected officials, none. And so we're blessed here in Minnesota to have people go, hey, you're doing a plate on this, let's do one for MMIR. And so talk about that. I know I have my license plate, and people can get a license plate, and the proceeds go to
the reward fund. Yeah. And so one of the things that that we're blessed with in Minnesota is that we have champions, not just in the Native community, but in other relative communities that believe in this, that help push this as long as, this legislation, so we can have that for the reward fund. Right before I started is when they did the press release and the announcement. And so I know Commissioner Jacobson was there, and Anna, and some of the families that are impacted. Yes. And so I'm, Tuesday There was Anita Lovelace has created a beautiful jingle
Yes.
dress, and so I hope to kind of do some
Yes.
introductions. So you can have her. It's actually here at the State Fair
Yes.
in the Fine Arts Building, and I hope that people come and check it out. It's very powerful. It's very moving. And so I'm glad that community is being brought along with this important thing. So I know that the tips go through law enforcement. The office doesn't get them. So just
Right.
for community members and to know that. So but I know that we will be notified once we have appropriate information to share.
I gotta say, this made me think of something. Is that when you worked with Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition, a lot of these families. You didn't go into this job.
They are. I'm
learning.
related to some of those. Some of the people on like Jojo Boswell. I learned that I was blood related from White Earth, my grandmother's side, and Lene Strong, her mother Roberta Strong, kind of like adopted me, and so like she came to my daughter's graduation when Angelica graduated, like sang for her, and like yeah.
And it's hard too. And we have that march on February 14th, and I know you've been really involved in the past, and it's a sort of celebration because we get to see our relatives, but it also has a very sad storyline behind it.
Correct. Yeah, there's so marches have been happening for a very long time, and I'm glad that people are getting out to raise awareness and to come together as community members, and there's been marches in Duluth and marches in Minneapolis, and now people are starting to do them in their own tribal communities. So I just want to say, keep up the good work, keep up the awareness. We can't do this work alone at all. We need to be working with other people. I was visiting with another person, and I said, we need everybody to bring awareness and system and social change to MMIR. And that's through, like if you sing, you dance, you are an artist, if you do public radio, thank you so much for always bringing awareness to this issue. You need to really use all your gifts to be a good relative and bring awareness.
Yes, definitely. And I just feel like, again, I've heard people tell stories that, our white allies, which kind of you were talking about, and a lot of people listen to the show that are our allies and want to learn about what's going on in Native country. I remember a guy that worked for Robbins Kaplan was on my show years ago, and he was at a powwow, and some Native guy told him, he said, out of all these beautiful dancers, count 1 out of 3 have been abused one way or another.
Correct.
And that stuck with him forever.
Yes. I remember I have a similar story. I have 2 daughters. And so I remember them laying in my arms. They were tiny enough to lay in my arms. And I heard that statistic, and 1 out of 3. And I was like, oh, and there I am with my 2 babies. It's us. You know what I mean? And I'm already a survivor of violence. And so and I just told her, I was like, okay, I hope it doesn't end with me and it doesn't impact, but those numbers are sick and they're preventable.
Mm-hmm.
This is preventable. And I want to push that out there so bad because, we can make change.
Yeah.
To our communities.
And that's what it's about. And hopefully, we can have more conversations in the future, because I think when we raise this issue, people will listen. And it's not, I always get into this thing where it's like people that don't know Native culture or what's going on with the Native community in general think we're dinosaurs, that these things don't matter, that we should get over it. But this is stuff that's in our face right now, and that we need to amplify as much as we can.
Correct. Yes. There's, Violence Free actually has a homicide report that is released every year on all the homicides that happen from just domestic violence, right? Those aren't the other factors of violence that we, that are our communities are experiencing. Mm-hmm. So I think that is something that we need to be raising awareness more. And a lot of people suffer in silence and feel shame with it,
Right.
And I understand. But there are people out there to listen and to believe you and to hear your story and to trust you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
you are the expert of your own life. And so we just, come look for the resources and the help. Look for the helpers.
Yeah, and there are some helpers for sure, like yourself. Let me. We got like a minute left, and I'd really love if you.
I'm not gonna rap for you, Robert. I know.
Well,
I told you I said no rapping on this show.
Well, jeez. But what I want you to do is give a website or more information so people out there can chime in, find out your work, and support you. It's an amazing thing that you're doing, and how can people find out more about what your work is?
So we are on the Department of Public Safety's website. Here's my little shirt that I'm wearing. And so it's mmir.org. Or no, MN, sorry. See, I'm 18 days in, you guys. I'm so sorry.
You did this interview without notes.
I did it on the
cool.
Yep, I did it on the fly. I was sitting there
Very
drinking
cool.
lemonade, and he's like, "Guadalupe, get over here."
You're right. Over here by the police station.
I gotta get the right. Oh my gosh, now I'm embarrassed. Grab my phone.
No, that's cool. But just Google it, and we'll have you on again, and we're going to talk more about it. But I just again want to say a big congratulations. It warms my heart that you're still working hard for the community, and you're going to make changes, and
yes,
and you're going to make a difference. And I love your family, and it's blessed to have your daughter in my class and in my drum line back in the day, and we go way back, and I always will think of you as a friend.
Thank you so much. So it is Missing and Murdered Office. I'm sorry, I had to look at it because I was like, no, I'm not going out like that. Missing and Murdered Office at dps.mn.gov. So
right on. Thank you so much for being on. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio. Up, we're going to talk about Trickster Tacos. Wow, this is Native Roots Radio.
Miigwech.
Market Fresh Minnesota is your to-go destination for fresh vegetables, quality meats, seafood, and a wide variety of grocery staples. Locally owned and operated, Market Fresh Minnesota brings together the best of Asian foods in one welcoming store that is also kind to the pocketbook. Discover Market Fresh, your local Asian food store, just south of Rosedale on 1800 County Road 36.
Hey, it's Robert Pilot from Native Roots Radio. Native culture is alive and thriving at the Minnesota State Fair. The Native Roots Trading Post is back at the West End Market, where you can support Indigenous artists and makers. And don't miss the Native Pride dancers performing on the Summit stage at the Bazaar August 31st and September 1st. From music and art to food and storytelling, Native culture is everywhere at the State Fair. Tickets are just $17 through August 20th at mnstatefair.org.
When was the last time you had your roof inspected for extreme weather and hail damage? This is Chad, owner of AM 950, to talk about the exterior construction company I trust, Snap Construction. If you've noticed new roofing projects in your neighborhood, your home was likely hit by hail last summer and experienced damage. Snap Construction is helping homeowners like you, and they're the roofing specialists I trust. They are the most well-reviewed contractor in the Twin Cities and have a ton of positive customer reviews from homeowners just like you. Even better, Snap Construction's installations are backed by a lifetime warranty, so you know you're dealing with a qualified roofing expert. You want to work with a company that will be here for a long time after the work is done. Snap Construction has handled thousands of claims and will help you through the process. Do yourself a favor and get a free roofing inspection so you have the facts and peace of mind you deserve. Call Snap Construction today at 612-333-SNAP. That's 612-333-SNAP, or visit snapconstruction.com.
Hey, Francois, how are you enjoying the State Fair?
Bien amusé.
Oh, you really do love those macarons from Nicolette's, don't you?
Oh, ils sont merveilleux.
I've heard there's great new flavors: cotton candy, root beer float, sweet corn, and mini donut.
Très, très bon goût.
Oh, plus they have 12 other gluten-free flavors. It's so great you support a local, small, woman-owned business.
Bien sûr, avec plaisir.
Visit Nicolette's in the West End Market between Lulu's and the Blue Barn. See you at that great Minnesota get-together.
Hey, this is Robert Pilot. The Minnesota State Fair is more than food on a stick. It's a chance to celebrate Native culture and voices. On August 25th, hear the Red Lake Singers and Emizaska Drum Group during Mental Health Awareness at Dan Patch Park. On August 27th, meet Native authors like Roxanne B2B Nokwe Gold and Stacy Lola Drouillard, and visit the Common Table and learn how Indigenous foodways are shaping Minnesota's future. Get your State Fair tickets now at mnstatefair.org.
Peace of mind shouldn't cost a fortune. We keep things simple at Schroman Law because we believe planning for your estate and end-of-life care shouldn't be stressful or expensive. Every client relationship starts with a free consultation so clients have the information they need before making important decisions. From there, we work closely with clients to ensure they are choosing the most efficient and cost-effective plans for their specific needs. Schedule a free consultation today at schromanlaw.com. That's SCHROMEN law.com.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Cloudy tonight with a low of 68, then Friday rain and storms possible with a high of 78. Zero Res's Labor Day sale is going on now. Get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at $119 plus a free hallway and $75 off an air duct cleaning. That's if you book with Zero Res right now through Labor Day, ZeroResMinnesota.com, or call 9520-RES and ask for the AM 950 special.
Hi, this is Governor Walz. Thank you for listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. We're live at the State Fair, and we are with our friend
Mariah Grant.
Good to see you as always. Oh, we got your little one right here. I want to talk about the great work that you are doing, you and your husband and your family, and talking about, you had you on last time too, and we just talked a little bit before the show about how much it was a great success to have that down at Harriet Island, the food truck thing. So welcome to Native Roots Radio again.
Thanks, Robert. So it's always good to be on and see out in the community. We always stop by every year when we come to the fair. It's our favorite booth to come to.
Yay.
We like seeing the representation out everywhere. So that was awesome. It's always awesome seeing you here, taking up the space.
Thank you so much.
The Food Truck Festival was a hit. We are hoping you're coming next year.
We
do a
could maybe
podcast the whole day.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're going to do it bigger and better next year. The dates are confirmed. We're going to do it at Battle Creek Regional Park in St. Paul.
Sure.
Tara Perrin and Marlena Miles are both artists in residency there, so they have a native garden and everything.
Wow.
And it's going to be a 4-day festival. We're going to do a soft opening Friday of Indigenous Peoples Day weekend on the 9th.
Wow.
And we kind of want to feed the community, so that'll be a potluck feed night. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are going to be a food truck festival night or days. We're going to try to invite out more community members, lacrosse, Nashka games.
Yes.
Things like that. So
and then you see we're selling Nashka games here too.
I saw, and they got a new product. It's an emotion bag.
Yeah, and that's what. And not speaking Ojibwe, but that's what's on the cover there is in Ojibwe. That's what it means. So
I don't speak Ojibwe either, and my daughter is pretty harsh on me about it, so I try not to.
Easy, daughter, come on. Well, let's talk a little bit about the history of Trickster Tacos. And I know, first of all, it's a great name. Second of all, I know you do a lot of different kind of menu items. I know you do some vegetarian stuff too for me and Wendy, and so
we got a new item too. So we've been doing vegetarian and vegan for about 3 years now. My sister is a doctor and she has some health things, and so she's been fully on vegan for like 10. So over the time, I've changed our diet at home, and I can sneak vegan in probably twice a week.
Yeah,
that's pretty big in our house because they're beef eaters.
Yeah.
But this year, well, actually, it came on the menu last year. We've been doing wild rice bowls. So it's our same Indian taco concept, but it's on wild rice, just a bed of wild rice. And we're really picky about our rice. We really like Leech Lake wild rice and White Earth wild rice.
Yeah.
Them are our favorite.
We got the Leech Lake wild rice hookup here because my son-in-law is a Leech Laker, and so it's really exciting. And it's so good, and we're blessed to be able to
you
share
can
it out
do
there.
so much with it, and it's so versatile. It cooks in like 20 minutes, so we can make it right on the food truck.
Yeah.
I've made jambalaya with it. Of course, the berries and stuff are awesome with it.
Yeah.
We've done bison meatballs. We're going to try turkey meatballs this week.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a food box at the Montessori, the American Indian Child Care Center in Roseville.
Yes.
The Natives program was doing native food boxes for the community.
Wow.
And it was all indigenous ingredients.
Yeah.
So that was really awesome to be accessible, and so that families would have that to prepare that.
That's awesome. So let's talk about the history now. How did you and your partner start this?
So we moved down here almost about 10 years ago now. In 2026, it'll be 10 years for American Indian Magnet School.
Yes.
We grew up in St. Cloud, and there wasn't a lot of culture or representation up there at all for natives. And so we really wanted our kids to grow up with that. And over the years, we heard Hope Flanagan's stories in the winter. And so Trickster became who it is and what it is from the Nanabushu stories. When Hope would go and share it with the schools, and she invited my son up a couple times to be Nanabushu, or in Dakota it's Iktomi, and so for us it was Iktomi, but he was a little trickster bunny, and my son is a playful guy, so it fit perfect.
Wow. And then with that kind of background, you moved here and you started thinking about, hey.
Well, we didn't open till after we lived here for 5 years. We actually opened during the pandemic.
Whoa.
Yeah. So Dakota was working full time doing construction, and I was an insurance agent full time, and he kept getting laid off randomly. So we're like, well, why not just open our own thing? And so we did, and it took off. And so that was always awesome to see. We have 2 trailers now. We're trying to get the second one finished up so that we can do a more healthy food out of that one. And then Trickster will remain Trickster, because Dakota's the fry bread maker.
Yeah.
And his recipe comes from his grandpa, who we're actually going to go visit his grave. He's in Winnebago. And so Dakota was raised on the Winnebago reservation until he was like 8.
Wow. So with the name Dakota, is he Winnebago?
He's not Ho-Chunk. He is Lakota and Omaha.
Okay.
He's an enrolled Omaha member.
I was getting excited there. Oh, he's going to be a Ho-Chunk.
No, but Grandpa is the guy. The John Crow is his name, and that's who raised Dakota. And so he is, and all his aunties are Ho-Chunk, and so our recipe is a Ho-Chunk recipe.
Yes.
With
I wonder if this
it's made by a Lakota and a
there's
Ojibwe.
an applause button for the Ho-Chunk.
Yeah, it's always nice. Okay, so Shakopee had a Ho-Chunk stand.
Yes,
they did. They had a so Dakota ate 5 of their fry bread tacos, even though he makes his own because he likes theirs the best.
Oh wow! So I know you had Trickster Tacos here at the State Fair too, in a couple of the pre shows of the State Fair.
So we are here the past 2 years for the kickoff to summer. And they told us it's kind of like a trial and keep putting your application in to try to get in. So we kind of feel like those are good words. So maybe one day we'll be here. Right now, with Natives Indigenous Food Lab not being here, there is no Native representation for food. So it would be nice to see someone here taking up that space too.
Yeah.
And we have such a versatile menu from, your greasy favorite fair food, fry bread, all the way to the wild rice bowls and the taco salads. And then we have our wajapi lemonade and our wajapi dessert taco.
Well, what's interesting too is that I've seen, when we first got here in Native Roots Trading Post, we saw a lot of what was called indigenous inspired art.
Did you see it still?
A little walking around here, but
too.
not, walking around here. And that just means stolen. So if you can't.
Or appropriated.
Right.
So there's a guy who does a hot dog and he calls it a res dog.
Right.
And he's white and it's a barbecue hot dog. It's not a res dog. It's not wrapped in fry bread. It's not a res dog.
Right.
So we saw that. We're like, oh man, they hit the food too now.
Well, yeah. And then we have up here a little ways. I know we have someone that does funnel bread, but also fry bread.
Yeah. They
And
call
so-
it fry bread now.
Right. And so it's amazing the appropriation. So that'd be great if you could get in here and really you do super well.
Just kind of take up the space, just like they do with every other culture. They have Somalian, they have Hmong, they
Mhm.
have West Indies. You know what I mean? They have
Mhm.
the Hoyos. That's the Somalian one in Midtown Global Market.
Mhm.
There's a little bit of everything Hispanic, and they have so much different cultural variation just for us because there is 11 tribes here in Minnesota.
Yep.
So, and even if with us being Wisconsin and Nebraskan, like it's still nice to be here and have that sentimental value of fry bread tacos. When we're here for kickoff to summer, it is now officially bigger than Shakopee. We
Yeah.
do I think we do almost 2,000 in just 3 days. 2,000 Indian tacos, and that's not counting the walking tacos, taco salads, wild rice bowls. That's just Indian tacos.
I think I'm looking at my daughter here. I think we're in the wrong business here.
No, it's hard work.
Yeah.
Ever since I had the baby, I'm not really on the truck no more, so I really like that.
Yeah.
I like doing the business side.
Yeah. Well, and you're good at it too. When having 2 trucks and just the proofs in the pudding. What was the second truck called?
It's gonna still, so they're both gonna be Trickster Tacos as the name.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing around with ideas right now. We want to do something with a healthy concept
Mhm.
in it, and Dakota might change his to the Burning Wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he wants to do a rap, and he wants it to be a burning wagon.
Oh,
yeah,
my
with
gosh. Well,
arrows in it and flames. And
I've played around with this over the years, wanting to start a production company called Burning Wagons.
that'd be fun. Did you see Ikitawan is getting a new theater for their theater youth?
Wow.
Yeah, it's right next to their housing development in the cities.
Wow.
And so it's getting built right now. I can't wait to see it. It looks like it's going to be beautiful.
Wow. Is there going to be any burning wagons in there?
I don't know about that one. I don't know if they'll go that far.
So
the
what-
youth might do it though as a play.
Oh, that was an evil laugh from us, but we can do that here in Native Roots Radio. So what do you guys, I cornered you and your husband and your little one about coming on the show. What do you guys like to come out here and do?
So Dakota's an avid state fair goer. He will go 5, 6, 7 days if he can.
Mhm.
Eat and drinks, mostly the snacking and eating. When the big kids come with us, the fair rides.
Mhm.
We try to get in one day every year with no big kids.
Uh-huh.
And then we just got our baby man with us.
Our baby man, I like that.
yeah.
Oh, there he is with my
Yeah, your
with my
daughter's
daughter.
got him. And so we already got some of your cute onesies for him. He's
Cute.
mostly had ice cream.
He's-
Dakota's getting me the Caprice cheese curds from Lulu's.
Oh,
So that's what he took off to. He
Ooh.
hides. He doesn't. He's shy.
he's a good father though, and a
Yeah,
husband.
he likes to hide behind the door at the food truck.
Wow, that's awesome. So we're going to be taking a break in a couple minutes. Can you hold on for another segment?
Yeah, we can.
That's excellent. So, what's the future? So we got 2 food trucks.
So I'm not 100% sure, but our friends Stephen D's, they just got a brick and mortar space in the Skyway in St. Paul by the Children's Museum.
Yeah.
So Wells Fargo place where Blue Hummingbird's woman's shop is.
Yes.
They're going to be like 2 stores down from her. So there'll be a native medicine shop and a native owned burger spot.
Wow.
So they're going to increase their menu. They're going to add chicken wild rice soup and some other goodies. We might do some fry bread pop-ups there in the winters.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to kind of watch and see how it goes with the brick and mortar scene.
Yeah.
Brick and mortar is really hard. It's a lot of overhead. You want to try some?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, do it.
Yeah.
It's way too big and I'm not going to eat it all. Your daughter will have some.
Yeah, she'll have some for babysitting. Look at her.
Yeah.
We lost your son.
No, he likes her though.
I
It's okay.
know.
That's because she's used to taking care of the twins.
Yeah,
She's probably
a
a pro by now.
She is a pro. She was a pro before that when she was a nanny when in her younger years.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm hoping that translates into being able to nanny her father when he's old.
Oh, right. I think it's all of our goals. One of them got to take care of us.
That's right.
Now, which one? I told my brothers, oh, they all get my mom. My dad, too. I can't do it.
Wow, that's here comes my other daughter, and then there's
Oh,
little
your
babies.
twins are here, yeah.
Oh, there's my son-in-law. Look at, hey, this is Native Roots Radio, and we're going to come right back with our friend with Trickster Tacos, and we're talking a lot of fun stuff.
Let us be the babies.
Hey, this is Native Roots Radio. We'll
They're
be,
only like a month younger than him.
hey, we'll be right back. This is Native Roots Radio. This is Robert Pilot, host of Native Roots Radio. At the Great Minnesota Get-Together, Native Voices take center stage. Experience powerful drum performances, meet Native authors, and explore Indigenous food traditions at the Common Table in the Agriculture Horticulture Building. It's all part of the 12 days of family fun with thousands of food, shows, exhibits, and more. Plan ahead and save. Tickets are just $17 through August 20th at mnstatefair.org. That's the Minnesota State Fair, August 21st through September 1st. See you there.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis Air on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Fair fun starts on Metro Transit. Instead of driving, park your car for free and take a stress-free, non-stop, air-conditioned ride straight to the Minnesota State Fair. You'll not only save on gas and parking costs by taking a State Fair Express bus, we'll drop you off and pick you up right outside the gates. Learn more at metrotransit.org/state fair. That's metrotransit.org/state fair.
Four Sisters Farmers Market is more than a place to shop for delicious organic food. It's a celebration of Indigenous culture, food sovereignty, and community. Now in its 11th season, the market offers healthy, affordable, culturally appropriate local foods every Thursday from 11 to 3. Located on the American Indian Cultural Corridor off Franklin Avenue, Four Sisters Farmers Market is a project of NAGD. Every Thursday now through October, discover more about Four Sisters Farmers Market by visiting nagd.org.
Hi, this is Representative Sharice Davids from Kansas. I'm Ho Chunk, and you're listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Native Roots Radio, and we're live at the fair here on AM 950 and all over civic media across the United States. It's just awesome here being at the fair and seeing people I know for when I was a little kid, before my mustache made it all the way across. Good to see you. We're here with Trickster Tacos, and we're talking about, your history, the great things that you've done over the last short time, and now the babies showed up too, so it's a baby fest here.
It is. You got all three of them.
There's Summer right there. There's my other daughter too, Jillian. So yeah, hey, so. How can people, because I know I've been at situations where it's like, oh, who did this food? And it's like, oh, Trickster Tacos. So how can people get a hold of you to do some of that kind of work for them whenever they're having an event or anything?
Yeah, so we've expanded our catering menu over the last 3 years. You'll see us a lot at Tawahi, MPS, American Indian Minneapolis Center, kind of all over. So the easiest, we don't have a website yet, but I'm talking to some people about it. But find us on Facebook or Instagram right now. We do a little bit with TikTok, but Facebook and Instagram, we try to post our schedule weekly of where we're going to be for the food truck.
And it's called Trickster Tacos?
Trickster Tacos, LLC. Mm-hmm. Usually we're like the first one that pops up if you type in Trickster.
In the Googles?
Yep.
Okay.
Even if you search the Native Food Truck Fest, it was one of it's the only one that's ever been done, so it pops up first.
And
then it was featured in like 11 different publications, podcasts, things like that. 2 live television shows.
Pretty soon you and your husband are going to be too big to come on Native Roots Radio here.
Oh, I can't even get him to go on anything. He was behind the scenes at WCCO and KSTP.
Yeah.
So I got a cute video of him like doing the moral support back there.
Right on. Well, we do need that, and not everybody can speak as well as you, and that's why there's only so many people doing podcasts and things like that.
So, yeah, I didn't think about that.
We got to have people out there that's our audience too. We can't just have everybody on the air with us.
Yeah. Or everybody would do podcasts.
That's right.
I would have no idea where to start with all that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. This is our 9th year here on Native Roots Radio.
I was going to ask that. And how many years here at the fair?
This is our 4th year. I'm looking around for help here. I think this is Jelaine, is this our 4th year? It's our 4th year out here. Oh, nice. There's Jaleesa. Yeah, I was trying to get some help there because I'm getting some timers. Sometimes I remember and sometimes I forget.
I have that after the baby too.
Yeah, I have no excuse except old age.
After you have babies, I guess it happens too, because I'll be walking in a room and I'm getting a sippy cup and I forget everything else. That's it.
Oh, well. Yeah, so I feel good too. There was somebody that came up to me and said, "Hey, my sister's coming," and I just let to Shakopee, as a matter of fact, and I just drew a blank and I went, "Your sister," and then I'm thinking after I figured everything out, a few minutes, and he was kind of looking at me like, "Are you losing it?" I went, "Oh, I worked with your sister. I know your sister."
A minute to remember, yeah.
So it's like, connecting the dots and.
It's hard when you see a lot of people though out in the community, and especially our community, and when you work deep in it over so many years, because you were a teacher for many years, council member, You met
Yeah.
a lot of people over the years, so I'm sure it takes a little bit.
Yeah, and I just ran into a couple people today, and just right now, I, as a young person, was in Drum and Bugle Corps, and that
Okay.
was like a cult in itself. So we all know each other. We all gone through the same things. We traveled all over the country, you know.
Oh,
and
you did a traveling drum group.
it was all over the
My son
country.
does drum, but only with Tony Frank with Badote.
Oh.
And then Mr. Dravouzik with Ames for a little while.
Very
So-
cool. Very cool.
But he has never traveled. He's shy too.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Again, we need audience here. And I'm just wondering, just a second here, I'm going to. Jaleesa. So I'm going to get my daughter in here the last few minutes of the show, but I also want you to give your name and how people can get a hold of you, and again, say thank you for all the great work you're doing in the community. And really, it's great to see your growth and be a part of it in a sense of one taco at a time.
Right? Well, now you have to try the Wild Rice Bowl next.
You know I do.
But yeah, so we are Trickster Tacos. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Usually just Trickster Tacos or Trickster Tacos LLC. We're a mobile food unit here in the Twin Cities, and we serve indigenous food, fried bread tacos, wild rice bowls, salads, wojapi lemonade. It's all good.
Yeah.
So thanks for having us, Robert. You have a good day.
And soon to be at the Minnesota State Fair, hopefully.
We're hoping one day. We have our application submitted, so we
Oh,
are trying.
right
I think you got to keep building the portfolio. So
You're doing it.
We've been doing that.
You're
Yeah.
doing it. Great to see you both as always, and the little one. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Robert.
We'll see you. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio, and I want to grab my daughter over here, and she's got my hey, here we go.
Check 1, 2. No.
Oh, hey, how's it going, Summer? This is your second fair, and she's only a year old.
She's very cuddly and very sweet.
Cool.
Yeah. How's it going, Josh?
Good. I was going to ask you the same thing. How's it been going for you today?
It's been fun. It's a Jaji He Knew event today.
Yeah. Which you can tell for the culture part of our show which each word means.
Oh, yes. So Jaji means father or dad in Ho-Chunk. And then He Knew is firstborn daughter, and I'm the firstborn daughter.
Oh, here, I got to put the little applause on that for that.
And here, yeah, and I have Summer here with me, my beautiful, beautiful niece, and she's also a He Knew because she's my sister's firstborn daughter.
She leaned right into
Very
you too.
cuddly.
Yes, yes.
We're He Knews together.
So, what surprised you today at the fair here? This is the second radio show you've been on today, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
one thing.
Oh yeah, that's fun. I think it's fun to just do impromptu things, just kind of throw ourselves out there. But it's easy to have conversations when you just get to talk about things that you love and things that you do, and you just get to share and give that information and heart, and yeah. So it's been cool.
Very cool. Yeah, and I just want to thank everyone that's been stopping by.
Yes.
A lot of repeat people that we have seen in a year, and
Mhm.
talk again a little bit about what kind of product we have here.
Yeah. So Native Roots Trading Post, really an extension of Native Roots Radio, right? I feel that, you met a lot of artists, right? And so
Yeah.
it has been just such a joy to start creating and being inspired to create, and also work with other Native artists. So we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, books. We have hats, beanies, wild rice from Leech Lake. I make, what is that?
That's somebody blowing the some kind of howl right there.
Okay, I couldn't help but think that was like feedback, and I'm going, whoa.
Yeah.
So everybody, that wasn't a technical thing, that was just the fair noise. So
Yeah.
that was funny.
our next door neighbor, and somebody's blowing into a sacred horn or something.
Sacred horn, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we made from scratch our candles, and then I do
Yeah.
the mists.
Yeah.
And of course we have some beautiful artwork, paintings.
Yeah.
And this year I love that you added the games. People have really enjoyed that. There's some playing card games to help you learn the Ojibwe language.
Yeah.
And so that's been really cool too. And yeah, I mean, what brings me such joy is working with artists and then also just meeting all of you that come by the booth. Some people want to ask questions about the culture. Some people just want to support the culture. Some people are native themselves and want to, it's kind of like shopping at a powwow. We love to support other native artists. So yeah. And here's mommy for our listeners or for our viewers.
Watchers,
yeah. Just so you know, for our listeners, we have Summer on here, and then my sister Jelaine, the mother of Summer, just popped on and waved. So yeah.
Yeah, if you want to see the twins of the twins, just go on. We're on Facebook, YouTube, all those beautiful things, Blue Sky. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Hey, so we got another 11 days tomorrow.
Yes.
I'll see you tomorrow, but I'll be hanging out with Micah, and him and I will be greeting everybody in a good way here at the Native Roots Trading Post here at the West End Market here at the Minnesota State Fair. It's a great get-together. Hooah!
That's right. Come see us.